from New York City Children's Theater, and I'm here today to do some yoga with you. For our yoga class today, we are going to need our body and a yoga mat. If you don't have a mat, that's okay. A rug or a carpet will work too. I just wouldn't do it on the hard floor because your knees might hurt a little. So find something a little squishy but not too soft to put underneath you. Has everybody got their bodies? Oh, well then we're all set to go. That's great. All right, so can everybody please come sit down like me? Do you see how I'm sitting? It's called crisscross apple pancakes. No, oh that's not it. It's called crisscross blueberry sauce. That's not right either? Oh, what can it be? What if I mix the two together? I'll call it crisscross applesauce. That's right. Thanks for your help. Well, I love yoga because it makes sure that I'm moving my body, but it also helps me use my mind and pay attention to my breath. And those are all really important things. Do you ever think about your breath? It's kind of a silly question, right? We don't think about our breaths very much, do we? But we're breathing all the time. And there's a time when we always think about our breath, and that's when we sing. Does anybody have a favorite song? Oh, I thought you might. Could you sing your favorite song for me right now? Not the whole thing, just a little bit. Let me hear. Ah, I love that one. That's such a great song. Well, I have a song too that I'd love to sing for you. And even better, if you'd like to sing it with me, that'd be really nice too. Are you ready? Okay, it goes like this. Yoga, yoga, for my body and my mind. Yoga, yoga, shows us new ways to be kind. Yoga, yoga, such a lovely word to say. Yoga, yoga, lots of things we'll learn today. You might have noticed me looking down. I just made up that song and I had to make sure I got the words just right. So you can practice it too, and by the time we've done a few yoga videos together, we'll all know all the words. Thanks for singing. Did you notice how your breath changed? Well, in yoga, we breathe when we sing, but we also do special breaths. We want to make sure that we're paying attention to how we breathe. So today, I thought we would do a special flower breath. But to do a flower breath, we need a flower. I don't have any flowers in my house. Luckily, we can make our own flowers in yoga. Are you ready? We're going to make a flower with our hands. So take your fingers and bring the bottom of your hands together. And then your pinkies touch and your thumbs touch and everyone else stays wide. And now you have a little flower in your hands. And to do a flower breath, we breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Oh, that's so nice. Will you try it too? The fun thing about yoga flowers is they can smell like whatever you want. So let's see what mine smells like today. Oh, my flower smells like chocolate. Do you think it will change if you smell it again? Let's see. Oh, that time it smelled like a grassy field after the rain. Let's try one more. Oh, it smelled like my cat's breath. Ooh, that wasn't very nice. That's the funny thing about yoga flowers is they can smell like anything at all. Try yours, see what it smells like. Is it yucky or yummy or something silly? It can be anything because our yoga flowers are just for us. Remember, it's your yoga, so do what you want with it. All right, once you've done one or two more flower breaths, I think it's time for us to start moving. Would you like to learn some new poses with me today? Really? Wait, before we do that, I need to know, has anyone here done yoga before? If you've done yoga before, can you pat your head like this? Wow, we have some experienced yogis in the house. Is there anyone who's never ever done yoga before? If you've never done yoga before, can you wave your hands like this? Oh, we've got some new yogis too. That's so great. Well, some of these poses might be familiar to our experienced yogis, but they're good for everybody. Are you ready to start? Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is get on our hands and knees. So I put my hands under my shoulders and my knees on the ground. And now I'm like a cute little table, right? You see? Have you been on your hands and knees before? I bet you have. We've all were babies once, and babies start on their hands and knees, so they start to crawl. So we're all ready and still. Are you nice and straight and flat? Could someone have a T on your back? You think so? All right, well, we're gonna let all the T things slide off. So we're gonna arch our back and round it up to the sky and tuck our chin to our chest so that we're rounded all the way through. We have a name for this pose in yoga, and this pose is called cat. What do cats say? Do they say meow? And cats sometimes knock things off tables, so this seems like just the right name. Can you do it with me and say meow, meow? So nice. Well, now back to that nice straight back, because I want you to introduce you to someone else. In yoga, the cat has a best friend called the cow. To be a cow in yoga, we drop our belly and we look up high. Do you know what cows say? They say moo. Can you moo like a cow with me? Moo. Perfect. The reason cats and cows are best friends in yoga is because they like to work together. So we're gonna go back and forth. So arch your back for cat, meow, and drop your belly for cow, moo. And arch your back for cat, meow, and drop your belly for cow, moo. Can you do it a little quicker? Ready? Meow, moo, meow, moo, meow, moo, meow, moo. Wow, that was a lot of cats and cows. Good job. Does anyone have a pet cat at home? How about a pet cow? That's a silly one, isn't it? Where would you keep a cow in your house? He'd make a big mess of the floors. I bet your mom and dad wouldn't like that very much. But does anyone have a different kind of pet? Like a fish or maybe a doggie? Oh, there are some friends who have doggies? Well, in yoga, we have a doggie too. Would you like to meet him? All right, we put our hands back on the ground, keep your knees where they are. This time you're gonna tuck your toes. Do you see how my toes have come to touch the ground? And now I'm gonna lift my legs way up high. Whoa, my hips are up in the sky. I'm like an upside down V. And this is our downward dog. What do doggies say? Ruff, 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 ruff. Can you ruff like a doggie? Ruff, 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 ruff. Maybe you even wag your tail back and forth by bending your knees a little bit. Or ruff, 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 ruff. From doggy, I once know a pirate who had a pet dog. I know, right? And pirates have a favorite letter. Do you know what it is? It's R. That was a fun joke. Pirates also like to say, walk the plank. So we're gonna move into plank pose. To become a plank, we walk our hands a little bit forward, we lower our hips, and we come into a nice straight line. Can you all say, R, mateys? R, matey. Good. If this is a little hard, you can always bend your knees. And we still keep our body in that nice straight line, but by bending our knees, we stay a little bit straighter. It's really up to you, however strong you're feeling today. And not every day has to be like this, and not every day has to be like this. We pay attention to where we are today. Can we move between plank and down dog? Lift your hips up high for down dog and say ruff, ruff, ruff. And move forward with an R. And up to ruff, ruff, ruff. And forward with an R. Last time, ruff, ruff, ruff. And forward to an R. Whew. Wow. That's kind of hard, isn't it? How did you do? Did everybody manage to be a downward doggy? How about a plank? Ooh, wow. You guys are really good at this. I'm impressed. Do you think you could learn a couple more poses with me? You think you could? All right then. Are you ready? This one is kind of tricky to say. Do you want to practice with me before we do it? It goes like this. Chaturanga. Chaturanga. Can you say that one? Chaturanga. Chaturanga. That's a fun one, isn't it? So chaturanga is because it's a word in the language of yoga. the language of yoga is Sanskrit. Does anybody speak a language at home that isn't English? Maybe you speak Spanish, or maybe you speak Mandarin, maybe you speak Hindi. There are lots of languages in the world. Sanskrit is the language that we use for yoga. It's not a language that anyone speaks anymore, but it's just the words and the sounds that we use for this movement. Isn't that neat? So Chaturanga is a little bit of a tricky one to do. So we're gonna go back to our plank pose. And again, you can keep your legs straight or you can bring your knees to the ground, whatever's good for you. And then you're going to bend your elbows really, really close and go down so you're just hovering right over the ground. Whoa! Can you push back up to plank? Good job. And this is how it looks with our straight legs. We lower way down to the ground and push back up to plank. Whew, that's hard work. Wow, could you all do that? Can we try it 3 times? Or we'll do it for 3 seconds lower down, okay? It's hard to go up and down like that. So all we're gonna do is lower down as we say Chaturanga, Chaturanga, Chaturanga. So be on your knees if you need to, or be nice and straight if you feel strong today. Ready, set, Chaturanga, Chaturanga, Chaturanga! Back up. How'd we do? Did everybody do it? Did you say Chaturanga with me? Ah, thank you so much. From Chaturanga, we can go into a second dog. Oh my gosh, there are so many dogs in yoga. So we met our downward dog, which was like a big upside down V. And now we're going to do our upward dog. So from our Chaturanga, we reach up with our heart way forward and we come up on our toes, and this doggy is howling. Can you all howl? Oh! Good job. Howling at the moon. Can you do it one more time? I want to hear your howls. Whoa, it's like a pack of wolves out there. That is so neat. All right. Well, do you know that we can go from upward dog back to downward dog? Do you want to try? So from upward dog right here, our hips go all the way back up. And look, we're back in our from the downward dog. And we can link all of our poses together. Do you want to try? Here we go. We say downward dog says roof, and then we are into our plank. We Chaturanga, and a roo at the moon. And then lift the hips all the way back up to downward dog. I have a whole little flow that I like to do that puts all of our poses together. Would you like to try it with me? Hold on. I just want to make sure that I didn't skip anything. That sometimes happens for me. Perfect. I didn't. All right, here we go. Starting on our hands and knees with our very first animal. The cat says meow, the cow says moo, and downward dog says ruff, ruff, ruff. R says the pirate as we walk the plank and we Chaturanga down. Upward dog howls at the moon, a-roo! And then we lower to the ground. How do we do? Did everybody do it? Could you follow along? Did you see all the poses we learned? Because we did our cat and our cow and our downward dog and our plank and our Chaturanga and our upward dog. Whew, that's a lot of poses. It's gonna be hard to remember them all, don't you think? Well, I have a trick for that. Would you sing another song with me? The way it's gonna work is we're gonna sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Does everybody know that song? I thought you might. If you don't know it, I bet you could ask a friend or a parent or even find a video of the song online before we start. Or you can just learn it with me. When we sing the song, I'm not gonna shout out the animals that we see. I'm gonna show you. And then you're gonna shout out the animal and you're gonna show it to me too. And we'll finish the verse like that. You ready to try? All right, let's give it a shot. Here we go. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a... What am I? What do I say? Meow, meow. I'm a cat, that's right. Can you all be cats with me? Had a cat, E-I-E-I-O, with a meow, meow here and a meow, meow there. Here a meow, there a meow, everywhere a meow, meow. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a... What am I? Ruff. That's right, I'm a doggy, but Which one? I'm a downward doggy. A downward dog, E-I-E-I-O. With the ruff, ruff here and a ruff, ruff there. Here a ruff, there a ruff, everywhere a ruff, ruff. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a... What's this? It's our other dog, the upward dog. Upward dog, E-I-E-I-O. With an arrow here and an arrow there. Here a roo, there a roo, everywhere arrow. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a... What am I? What's the last animal? It's a cow. Cow, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo here and a moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo. Oh, I have a rainbow on my nose. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. How'd you do? Did you get all the animals? Did you learn them all? Oh, I'm so glad. I hope you had fun singing that with me and also doing the poses too. Whew. But after learning all of these poses, I need to figure out which my favorite one was. Do you have a favorite? Is it cat or cow or downward dog or upward dog? Maybe it's being a pirate with a plank or the Chaturanga. All right, I'm gonna count to 3 and you're gonna show me your favorite pose with your body. And we'll hold it for 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, I see cats. I see doggies. Oh, I see upward and downward doggies. I see a couple planks. Whoa, someone's in Chaturanga. Oh my gosh, let it go. Wow. After our trip to the farm and seeing all those animals on Old MacDonald's farm, learning all these new poses, I could use a snack. Would you like a snack too? Well, in yoga, we do stretchy snacks. So they're imaginary snacks, but we're gonna make one together. Would you like to make a snack with me? You would? Well, great. In addition to a snack, it's gonna make us more flexible. Do you know what it means to be flexible? It means we can stretch in all kinds of ways. So it means we'll be able to stretch further than we can otherwise. So bring your legs long, right out in front of you. So I've got my long, long legs, and you know what these are? They're a piece of bread, because I'm gonna make a grilled cheese sandwich. Do you like grilled cheese? Oh, I do too. So the first thing I put on my grilled cheese sandwich is I like a little bit of butter on mine. Maybe you like mayonnaise, maybe you just like it perfectly plain, but I like to spread just a little bit. So I'm gonna reach up high, and I'm gonna get the butter, and I'm gonna spread it down all the way down to my toes. Ooh, that's good amount of butter. What else do we need? Oh, we need cheese, right? So can you reach far to this side? Far, and grab your cheese? What kind of cheese do you have? Do you have American cheese, or cheddar cheese, or Swiss cheese? You know what? I have monster cheese. So get your slices of cheese and pat them down on your legs. Pat them all the way down. Ooh, lots of cheese. You have to have lots of cheese for a good grilled cheese, right? And I really love, on my grilled cheese, a little bit of tomato. So reach to the other side and grab a tomato. But we're gonna have to slice up our tomato. So take your super safety yoga knife, and we're gonna throw it in the air, and we're gonna slice it up like a ninja. Ready? Toss it, go. Woo! I have a perfect little stack of tomatoes. Set your super safe yoga knives down and spread your tomato slices. I like to throw them like frisbees. All right, all set? Okay, now it's time to close up our sandwich. So reach up tall, tall, tall. We're gonna put the top slice of bread on and fold over your toes. Oh, so nice. If you can't quite reach your toes, you can put your hands on your ankles or on your shins or even all the way up on your thighs, wherever feels good to you. So fold over your grilled cheese, and we're gonna be in the skillet. So can you sizzle in the skillet? Sizzle, 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 sizzle. Sizzle, 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 sizzle. Up, I'm all done on that side. You know what that means. We're gonna have to flip over. Be careful of your friends, be careful of your house, and give it a flip. Whoa! And sizzle on your back. Sizzle, 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 sizzle. Sizzle, 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 sizzle. And come all the way back up. Whoa! Are you ready to have it? Okay, we're gonna cut our grilled cheese in half. Whoop. And eat it up. On nom, 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 nom. And the other half too. Nom, 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 nom. Until we're all the way back. Woo! That was so yummy. Well, after all of our work and having our sandwich, a little bit tired. Well, the good thing about yoga is we finish every yoga with a little bit of a rest. And that rest is called Savasana. Shavasana is just like that funny word Chaturanga. It's from the language of yoga called Sanskrit. So to do Shavasana, we go to our backs and we lay down long on our mats or on our rug. We open our palms to the sky and let our toes roll out. And if you're okay here, close your eyes. So stay here, relaxed. If it's not comfortable to close your eyes, you can leave them open and just look at the ceiling. There's no need to look at me, just listen to my voice, and we'll stay here for 5 big breaths. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Inhale 4, exhale. Inhale 5, exhale. And at the sound of my bell, come back up to sit in our crisscross applesauce. Thank you all so much for joining me at yoga today. I have one more Sanskrit word for you. It's my favorite Sanskrit word, and it is namaste. And namaste means the light in me greets the light in you. It means the very best parts of me, all the things that make me funny and kind and a good person on the planet, see all of those same things in you. And so when I say namaste, know that I am greeting you from my light to your light. Namaste, friends. Hope to see you back again soon. Have a great day.